everyone, let's continue our iOS Messenger series. So today we're gonna tackle SwiftLint and Swift formatting. We'll try to make it in a smart way to not format kind of every Swift code file. And what we need like to begin with. So we'll use CocoaPods. We can of course use SPM as I mentioned in the previous video, but I think we will not have that much of configuration options. So for now, let's stick to CocoaPods, but you can use like whatever you want, of course. And yeah, so what I've done so far, I've created the pod files. Don't pay attention to gem file, it's just to manage CocoaPods. And yeah, you can just set up your, I don't know, you provide the targets, the voice in our case, you provide what you want, what pods you want to add. So SwiftLint, of course, SwiftFormat, CLI, yes, please. All right, then what are you gonna do? You go to terminal, you wanna enter the voice folder and then the project folder. So then you wanna call Wednesday, please install pods, and that's basically it. So the tool will install the pods, as you can see. And what I've done there then, you probably, if you haven't seen or haven't worked with CocoaPods before, I highly recommend you to read some articles, watch some videos on YouTube. A few articles will be enough. It's pretty easy, straightforward to use, but the key component here is to use XT workspace instead of Xcode project. The reason for this is that we want to use multiple projects like pods here, and you can add more, like if you have SDK wherever you want. Probably we could have SDK in the future, but for now, like we could have a separate project, yes, but for now we'll just use our XC workspace. So yeah, sorry, that it's just because I terminated the simulator. So what I've done, I've added just a SwiftLint and SwiftFormat configs. Don't pay attention to the rules here. It's just, I don't know, the really basic configuration from ChatGPT, so shouldn't be anything interesting here. Then the key part, if we go to the phases, before I demonstrate this to you, we have two new build phases. And before we compile our source code, which is here, 2 files for now, we gonna lint and format files, right? But we want to do this in a smart way. What do I mean by this? Let's say we changed, I don't know, let's say we have thousands of files, right? Like we don't want to run lint on all of them, right? We only want to run lint or format, SwiftFormat on only changed files, added files. So how we gonna do this? First, we want to collect derived file lists. And I've created, just a script to do that. It's pretty straightforward what you're gonna, what you need actually. So yeah, we import WetKit. So WetKit is just basically, we have one method to say something just to, kind of format, style everything in a code. And then you just, make sure that you pass the path to the project directory. Then, we calculate or, set the path to derived data. And what I've done in Xcode is actually, you go to Xcode preferences, then our settings, location, derived data, relative, boom, derived data. And it will be available here. So if you go to your project folder, you'll see this derived data here. Then you need to provide an output from this build phase. And that's actually an interesting part because we could of course just use one build phase, but I think I have really gut feeling like that we need to have a separate build phase. But for now, let's have two build phases. Maybe in the future we'll merge them. So what do we do here? We just calculate the differences, like we use git to calculate that, and then we just create and write this diff into output file list, which is in derived data. Here, derived files. Lint output, maybe format and lint output, but it's just for Xcode purposes. And derived file list, yeah, it will just contain all the changes, like all the files that were changed since the last kind of, not the build time, but yeah, like that were changed since the last commit. And that's basically it. So this is pretty straightforward. And as you can see, we don't have the output files here. That's because we don't want to kind of have a dependency analysis on this build phase. But for this part, I mean, I have concerns about this based on dependency analysis and using this input file list and output files. But for now, yeah, I mean, let's try to use that and see if it's gonna work. I mean, I tried this before. Maybe I missed something, but yeah, let's see. And what we do here is pretty straightforward. We receive this file list, right? Derived files, and um, we just basically go through each file one by one. And if we build for previous, then we will just do quiet SwiftLint to highlight the errors. And otherwise, we'll just format files and lint them afterwards. So that's basically it. We just then write success to output file. This is requirement from Xcode. As far as I remember, you need, if you use the dependency analysis, you need to provide an output, even if it's just a dummy output. So I think pods, Cocoa pods, they do the same for, yeah, you see output files. These are output used by Xcode outputs to avoid rerunning the script phase. Then that's basically it, right? So yeah, what we like, let me demonstrate this. So we collect derived data, and then we just run smart clean and format phase. And to demonstrate this, let's change the file. So for now, I'll just add empty line here, and some empty lines here, and I'll build for previews. And you see we have this kind of warnings from SwiftLint, and this is exactly what I want, right? But, and again, yeah, multiple errors here, sorry, warnings. And this is fine, I want this for Swift preview. But when I build something, I want to SwiftFormat this before we lint something. Let's try this. I hit Command R to run this. And yeah, I mean, you of course have to make sure that you have kind of synchronized the Swift config and SwiftLint files, but SwiftFormat and SwiftLint configs. But yeah, we just basically formatted them. And we will not do this for Swift previews. So that's exactly what I wanted. And if we go to build phases here, so you can see that we have formatted the file and we linted it. So that's basically what we wanted. And we only format one file. We don't need to format the voice app kind of Swift file, right? So let's see about efficiency, but we should benefit from it. But I think that's pretty much it. So I hope we can reuse this later. So that's why I created this as a separate phase. So I thought maybe, yeah, we could have a smart link phase, then smart format phase, but I don't see a clear benefit from having two phases for now. And we of course don't need the separate phase for every target now. So before, I think in previous projects, I just created this SwiftLint and format phases for each target, like your frameworks here or anything you want to format or lint. But now we should just use one phase. This should be enough. So that's basically it. I hope you like this video. If yes, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends or colleagues. All right. And yeah, thank you so much. See you later.